Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and we're back, man. We're back. I feel like I'm in a good place right now where I'm enjoying the game more. I do these videos for the love of the game, not because I make any money off of them. So now that I'm actually enjoying the game again, I'm back with a competitive gameplay video. So I'll run through the team real quick. I don't want to stick to it too much because I have made some changes from what you see here to when I was actually playing in this game. But essentially, I have the Ultimate Legends O-line. I still have 52 out of 50 Chiefs. Tony G is my tight end with red zone threat short in. Andre Rison with slot-o-matic and short out. Randy Moss with free deep out, slot-o-matic, and short out. Calvin is going to have short in and slot-o-matic. Priest Holmes, I have short in, human joystick. On Joe Montana, this card's a god, by the way. Slinger 1. For 4 AP, I have Hot Route Master, Fearless, Gunslinger, Pass Lead Elite, and Playmaker. So I mean, this card is just amazing. Let me see. I might even be missing an ability, honestly. No, so 5 abilities for 4 AP. Yeah, Hot Route Master, Fearless, Slinger, Pass Lead Elite, Playmaker. Great card. And I'm lucky enough that not only does he get Chiefs Chem, but he gets the multiple Chiefs Chem times 2. So that card is probably staying on my team all year, unless I get a golden ticket that I absolutely fall in love with. Defense, I made a little change at safety. Whenever I do my next gameplay, I'll go over what that is. So in the gameplay you're going to see, I had Eric Berry and Mao at my starting safeties, but I actually switched to Night Train and Pat Pete, and I'll tell you why in a later video. But I did have Kendall Fuller and Dion out here at slot. I have Reggie White, Chris Jones, John Madden, Karloftis as my front 4, and Big Nickel over G. And yeah, that's it. And a Joe Montana kicker, because why the hell not? So that's the team I'm rocking with. I'm in Rams playbook on offense, and I'm in Chiefs playbook on defense. So that's it, boys. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, boys, so we matched up with BlurryCobra. I think it's 2783. Now, I'd never heard of him before this game. The gamer tag looked familiar, but I wasn't quite sure. During the game, it ended up being a great game, and I realized that he was pretty good. He was definitely better than the average opponent I've played. And so I went to check him out online just to see if he had, like, maybe he was a streamer or what. And I actually found out that he was the Madden 22 Challenge Mexico Challenge champion. So, you know, I don't know how many competitive Madden players there are in Mexico, but apparently he was one of the best. So kind of made sense to me after the fact that I was like, oh, okay, this guy definitely knows what he's doing. So early on in the game, I noticed he was doing some cross-manning with his safety, so we're able to hit X there for a quick dot and make a pretty easy crib shot. So that was just a good quick diagnosis by me in the first couple plays of the game to go ahead and take one to the house. So what he was doing, he was putting his free safety, and he did this a lot of the game. He's putting his free safety manned up on the tight end, and then he was leaving the outside corner on on the outside third. But the way that Bunch Nasty aligns, and that's why I have slot-o-matic on all 3 of my receivers, they're all in tight, and so they're all considered slot receivers. So in typical Bunch, the solo wide receiver will line out wide. In Bunch X Nasty, he actually lines up inside like it's a tight formation. So I was able to do that little route that cuts up a really, really deep corner and get over his outside third and take advantage of his tight end being manned up, or of his free safety being manned up on my tight end across the field. So here he's going to bunch, but he does run a lot of trips. So, ooh, that was nice. So Eric Berry there, I had him in a quarter. I had match on. I do like to run quarters in cover 6 against bunch and trips, honestly. It can be beat, but against most standard bunch route combos, you're gonna play good defense. So came out in quarters and got a quick interception there, and we're looking pretty good. So I mean, at this point, I was feeling great. I recognized that he was also manning somebody up on the outside. You see he had him, I don't know if he was in a quarter or what, but he completely abandoned the outside third, and I had that wheel route out of verticals to rise in on the outside. So this game, it really taught me a lot about defense by watching how he played, because he wasn't ever running anything stock. He was always running some sort of hybrid coverage where he was manning up players out of a zone base. Now, that is really good when you're confident in what you think your opponent's going to do. If you think you know what routes are going to be on the field, then sure, go ahead and man somebody up. At this point, I thought he was playing a hybrid coverage too early in the game because he didn't know what I wanted to do. So he's manning up guys based on what he thinks I want to do, which is fine, but he doesn't know me as a player. So he doesn't know me well enough to know what he thinks I'm going to do. So I was able to see that and just take advantage of him getting over adjusting. So the way I like to play the game, I always like to come out on defense and run a pretty stock coverage, not too many adjustments, and see what they want to do and let them get comfortable and then adjust to it. Because if you try to adjust to it before you've even seen it, odds are it's probably not going to work out in your favor. So we're able to strike pretty quickly here, and we're back on defense. So I'm running a cover 2 shell against this to start the game, which is not typical for me. I'm usually running a quarters style of defense or a cover 6 against trips, probably 95% of the time. But I had a feeling that he was gonna know how to beat that with how I saw him adjusting the bunch. I knew that he understood match rules. And so I didn't want to come out in quarters and let him see that and then be able to get bombed. So I was coming out in a inverted cover 3, essentially putting my slot. See, I'm putting my slot on an outside third, and then my other 2 safeties on an inside third and an outside third. Right here, I remember when that happened, I definitely was a little upset. I felt like I should have had a pick there. That was a pretty good user, pretty good defense, but you know, you're going to get those sometimes. You're going to get some fluky plays. So now you guys see, it looks like I'm in match now. So I've been showing him that cover 2 a lot. So right here, I think, okay, he's not going to have a quarters beater. He didn't, but he had something that beat my backed off cloud flat. So now, see, I'm going to bring the cloud flat down. I should probably put him in a hard flat. I don't know if I'm going to on 4th and 1. Yeah, I did put him in a hard flat. So see, I adjusted to it that time, but then I didn't user it over the middle. So not ideal on a 4th and 1. I really would have loved to get a stop there, but I mean, so far he's shown decent route combos and he's shown the ability to make good reads. So I'm sending a little bit of pressure here. I wanted to get home, couldn't, and he finds CD on a little crossing route. So good read for him. I mean, good drive for him. I don't think I played terrible defense. He didn't just score at will, but he did move the ball pretty comfortably. So you know, we're going to see what's in store for the rest of these drives, see if I can get any more stops, because that Eric Berry interception was very fortunate. I'd love to get another one of those. Okay, so we're back on offense, and we've actually been playing so good that we got Omaha activated. So that's clutch. I mean, to have Omaha at any point of the game, especially against a good opponent, you know, that's nice. Is it a terrible ability for competitive Madden? Yes, absolutely. I think film study in Omaha should not be in the game. I think a lot of the competitive advantage, skill advantage that you have over your opponent on defense or offense is your ability to adjust to them out of a similar look. If you completely take that away because with an ability, I mean, it's just, to me, it eliminates the competitive aspect of the game, because I know exactly what he's running now and I know what I want to do. So as you can see here, this is exactly what I was talking about that I noticed early in the game. So he's got, it looks like the free safety manned up on the tight end, and then he's got strong safety manned up on B. But I think he switches back and forth between manning up on B and manning up on RB. But me being able to see that, I know what he wants to do on defense for like a stock shell. And so that's huge advantage for me. You see he's got the 2 deep zones. I see that he didn't have him manned up. So what are you going to do? You're going to throw that quick to the flat because he didn't have him manned up. He didn't have a flat zone out there. Don't overthink it. Didn't man him up. Didn't put a flat zone out there. Put a quick flat out there and throw the ball in the flat. Now, is it a huge gain? No. But I'll take 5 yards a pop. If you get 5 yards a pop, your opponent's never going to be able to stop you. So right here, take a shot. Probably got lucky. But here's the thing. Randy Moss, the reason I love that card is not only because he's tall and fast, but he has free deep out elite. So for somebody who's 6'4" with free deep out, when I see him get a couple steps of space, I'm highballing it. If he doesn't have deep out elite, I'm not making that throw. But he's caught it enough times for me that it's worth it. So if you guys don't have Randy Moss, I'd highly recommend him. Great card. Really great card. Randy's good every year. But when you have an ability like deep out elite for free, you have to put that on your team, in my opinion. He's a playmaker. He really is. Best receiver on my team, by far. Best receiver on my team is Randy Moss. So we're going to kind of go based on the adjustments. He had my slot receiver manned up with the free safety. I thought I could throw it quick enough before the safety could get over there, but he was able to come over and knock it out. So you see him dragging him down a little bit, trying to make sure he gets over there. And he started putting a purple zone out there, so I can't hit him on a quick flat anymore. So, I'm taking note of that, and I'm motioning into like a doubles look, a tight look. And right here, I'm going to try to hit him with the corner route, and we get it. So that was a nice little adjustment by me, noticing that he was no longer manning up the tight end. He was manning up my slot. So just motion him over to the flat side, have a little streak corner route there, or the short side, have a streak corner combo there, and I just know that that's going to get open if I get time. So that was a good adjustment. Good adjustment by him. If I don't have Omaha, this is why I think it's bad for the game. If I don't have Omaha, I might not score a touchdown there, because I probably would have assumed that he was still manning up the tight end. So I might have tried to put him, put the slot guy on a flat route. I don't think I would have done that route combo if I wasn't able to literally see what defense. So fortunate for us to have that ability, but nonetheless, we scored, and he's gonna have to fight to get back in this game because we're up 21-7. But he does have time, so he's motion blocking. He must know the over G blitz. It is very similar to nickel normal. You just pinch your line, pinch your safeties, and you stack them behind the defensive tackles, and you get a free edge rusher if they send 5 out. So he sees that, and I'm sure that's why he did the motion blitz. That time he didn't motion blitz, and he notices that, and he hits a quick dot. And now, we're in a pretty good spot here. I mean, if I really want to get a stop, I want to be up 14. But if I can make him work and only get 3, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about it. So that's our main objective here. It's not to play overly aggressive, try to get a turnover, because we're not desperate at this point. We don't need a turnover. And what you can do a lot of times is if you play overly aggressive to get a turnover, you give up a touchdown like that. So even though I wasn't playing overly aggressive, he was still able to get open. I went ahead and recorded that because I was like, okay, I gotta see I gotta see how I got beat here. And I actually, yep, so I had him in quarters. I had him in deep quarters because I was running cover 6. So that's exactly what I told you guys early in the game. If I knew that he was smart enough that if he noticed I was in match coverage and he thought I was relying on it too much, he was going to have a beater for it, and he did. So he was able to manipulate my quarters and just get a wide open route. Nice thing about that is he does leave me enough time, especially with 3 timeouts, to go down and get some points. I honestly don't remember. I mean, this game was probably like 3 or 4 days ago, but I don't remember if I score here or what. So we're kind of going to look through this together. So he's going back. So he's going back to his little stock thing here where he's cross manning the safety, the free safety. which I like. I actually borrowed that from him when I play against match. I do mix that in, but I see it and I know he's not going to be able to get out to me on time, so I just throw a quick dot to the right side because I know that free safety's got to come across the field. Same thing, he's manning up. He's dragging that corner in because he doesn't want me to beat him over the top like I did on that first drive of the game. It looks like we're just trying to do some man-beating concepts out here because I know he's manning up a couple guys. And I am going for a bomb. So I'm trying to hit B here. I find RB has a little bit of space. I guess I'm okay with that being overthrown. I guess. It looked open to me. I think it should have been a touchdown, but you know what? It was overthrown. What are you gonna do? All you can do is move on to the next play. It's 3rd and inches. I should run the ball here. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Honestly, yeah, 3rd and inches. I should run the ball, but it looks like I'm putting out one of my route combos. Now, again, I have space. Now that time the knockout lit up. I'm okay with that. You know, if I overthrow a deep ball, it's frustrating to me. If he has a knockout, yeah, it's frustrating, but you know, I deserve it. So, you know, he's paying the AP to defend that route. So, you know, let the abilities be consistent and do what he's paying them to do, and that's what they did right there. So I'm okay with that. We're coming back with another pass. I'm actually amazed I did not run in this situation, but we're gonna send 5 out, try to make a read. I see A real quick there. We're able to hang on and pick up the first down. So that was big. That was big. Clutch play there. On that 4th and inches, I'm okay with a pass. On that 3rd and inches, if I'm, you know, recommending that to somebody, I'd probably say go ahead and try to run the ball, especially knowing that you're going to pass for it on 4th down. But we picked it up anyways. I go right back to it. I assumed he was probably going to stick in the same coverage because he hasn't been mixing up his shell that much. And thankfully, we were able to hit that same route once again. Going for another bomb here. I don't remember this play. I don't remember doing this. So it looks like I have a little slant and a drag underneath in case he wants to send some pressure and I need to hit something quick. But I do have a little streak deep post over the top so I can try to hit him with a bomb. He doesn't give it up, but I do have the slant, so that's why I put those out there. That would be my recommendation for any of you guys who are trying to bomb cover 3 or cover 4. You always want to have at least 1, if not 2 routes that you can check down to in case you don't have time, because it does take so long for some of those beater routes to develop. Like that post route, that streak post combo is really good, but it just takes so long that I would say I probably have a 25% success rate where I'm even able to throw it. And right here, I got a little greedy, a little on tilt from the overthrow, and I throw a stupid pick. Worst case scenario here, what I should have done is just run the clock out. I get no points, but at least he doesn't get the ball. I'm not saying that I would try to do that, but you know, the one thing I can't do here is turn the ball over and give him another chance. So that's what we do. He has 3 timeouts, and unfortunately, you know, this is where we are. This is not, can't take it back, right? All we can do is get ready to finish this half out and then go into the second half and try to not make those mental mistakes. So he's moving the ball. Basically, he's in field goal range. I don't know who his kicker is, but he's probably in field goal range. You know, when it's April and you can probably hit a 60-yard field goal. So now he's definitely in field goal range. 3 seconds left. I'm pretty sure he kicks it here, right? He'd be dumb not to kick it. Yeah. So he's gonna kick his 3. Now, see, instead of being up by 10 going into half, we're up by 4 going into half. So that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. We take it from a 2-possession game to a touchdown, and then we're down, right? So don't make mental mistakes like that. You know, that's how I lose most of my games. I'll say very rarely do I feel like there's an opponent who's doing something that I just have no idea what they're doing, and I just flat out can't beat their defense. Like, very rarely. Usually, if I lose, it's a mental mistakes where, you know, I do something stupid that gives my opponent a get out of jail free card. So that's, you know, those are the types of things that are going to lose you way more games. So moral of the story, recognize when the momentum is in your favor and the ball's in your court, and recognize when to play conservative versus overly aggressive. And, you know, that's gonna end up winning you a lot more games. All right, so we're in the second half now. You know, all that stuff's behind us, so we just have to adjust. And now I know he knows how to beat zone coverage, or not zone coverage, sorry, match coverage. So I start getting a little hybrid now. This is where I start kind of mixing up my adjustments and showing him something that I haven't seen before. I have a better idea of what he wants to do. So unlike him, I have a better idea now of what he wants to do. So now I'm going to start doing my hybrid coverages. So you see we catch him totally off guard there. We understand who our assignment is, and we stick to him. That doesn't get open. He has to throw it away. And we get him to a second and long, which is really ideal. He checks down here. I'm okay with that. You know, if he wants to take a 4-yard gain on 2nd and 3, I got no problem with that, right? So now we're at 3rd and long. We really got to clutch up here. And I don't think I was able to get my adjustments off fully, but we still played it really well. So we get him to a 4th and 19, and you know, we're feeling pretty good. So the main reason we're making him struggle right now is because we played the first half a certain way. He proved that he can move the ball on it, and now we mixed it up to do something that he wasn't used to seeing. So that's how you guys really want to adjust, right? If something isn't working, it's not fully working the way you want it to work in the first half, in the second half you have to come out and try something else. So instead of quarters in Tampa 2, what I ended up doing was switching to a cover 3 match style of defense, and then making some adjustments on the back end of that. So it was still a match style, but it was a cover 3 versus a quarters. And I don't think I've ever played against anybody this year who's done a cover 3 match as a base defense against me, so I'm sure that not too many people are familiar with how to beat it. So that's what I went to. We had a nice little dot there, had a little separation, but he was able to get space. So, you know, he was able to get the knockout with his knockout. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm okay. If abilities are going to work, I'm okay. I mean, if they work as intended, you get what you pay for. I'd rather have that than inconsistency. So here I have a little 5 out. My whole goal here wasn't even to get 18 yards. It was to try to get at least 10 back so that I could make 4th down manageable. So that's what we do. We get it to a 4th and 2, which is way better than a 4th and 20. So I don't throw this likely if it's not 4th down. But he has a little bit of space, and I'm like, you know what? I know from early on in the year that I can highball ag that. It's 4th down. I have to try it. I probably could have threw A, although it looks like he was closing in on that. So, I mean, I really didn't have anything there. Like, I just had to force a read. So I do a highball ag, and Randy Moss is able to come down with it. So, you know, a little bit lucky there. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's not like it's 1st down and I'm checking blind reads. 4th down, you have nothing to lose, literally. So, you know, we threw it up there and we got lucky. We got lucky that Randy Moss made a play for us. So, here we are back on 1st down. I'm really noticing that he's, you know, he's doing a lot of man coverage. So I don't know. I think he's calling quarters, and then he's doing a lot of man coverage out of it. So he is giving me some problems, especially now that, you know, I'm not able to see his play art. I know he's manning people up. I just don't know exactly who. So we're trying to put some different man beating combos out here. You see I got a C route, a slant. We actually have Calvin quick in the seam. So that was a good find, good read. Able to get us a 1st down and keep the clock moving. So he's dragging that free safety down. Again, that's telling me he's manning him up on somebody. It's probably the tight end, but it could be the slot guy. So he actually manned up the slot guy. So I put the slot guy on a streak. You know, now looking back on that now, I did recognize that in game, so that's why normally I'll streak the outside guy and put the slot on a corner, but I saw that the slot guy was manned up, so I actually put Calvin on a streak. I put the outside receiver Ryzen on a corner route, and I was able to get that open. We just try to run the ball here. That's smart. You know, when you're down in the 5-yard line and you know, you're trying to score, especially when you have the lead. That's really what you want to do. Run the ball, run a little bit of clock, knowing that it's first down. You have a chance to score, but you're also likely not going to turn it over, and you're going to get another shot to pass the ball. So let's see. I thought it was man here, so yeah, and it was. I actually made the wrong read. A lot of times in man coverage, I'll motion over that B route, and because the guy on the opposite side of the field is manned up to him, I'll just throw it to B quick in the flat. I should have done that here, but for some reason I threw to X. So, you know, whatever, it worked out for us. I guess I saw the corner backpedaling and just assumed he was in a hard flat and eyeballed it, and we were able to get 7. So, not a bad deal. It worked out for us. All right, so we're back on defense. I believe I'm going to be back in this cover 3 seam. Yeah, so you guys see now I'm calling cover 3 seam, and I'm putting him, the free safety, in a deep half. Then I have a deep quarter there and an inside third from the strong safety, and that's bagging him. So I noticed he knew how to beat my standard match coverage, but when I did this little hybrid, or this little adjusted match coverage, I'm manning up the running back there. Like, see, this is that was a good read there. I probably want to put a quarter, maybe a soft squat there to try to stop that, but overall this looks confusing him, and I can tell that by the last defense. So I'm spamming this defense right now. Yeah, I adjust to that route this time. I think I put a cloud flat out there, so I was able to play it. Noticed that he did that on the last play, so I figured he'd go back to it, and he did. So here we are again. What I would probably do in a situation like this, yeah, bring B down, put him on a quarter, which I do. Yep, I put him in an outside quarter. So see, he matches the wheel, and I don't know why I recorded that. I think I just wanted to watch it back. Okay, so here's that play. Let's see if I show my adjustments here. So, I put the free safety in an outside third. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put him in a half. I put him in an outside third, inside third, and then I have 2 outside quarters and a seam flat with the running back and up. Or actually, I blitzed him that time. So, okay, that's what happened. So I sent 5, he sent 5 out, and I was able to get quick pressure. So that's what happened on that. I think that's why I want to watch that back, because I wanted to see where the pressure came from. So, anyways, big stop there. I mean, we're up 11. Now, I'm going to go back to a lesson I just taught you guys in this video. Don't play stupid. I don't remember exactly what I do here, but I know I do something stupid. So that could have been a pick. That was dumb. I'm up by 11. I should just be running the ball. You should run the ball 3 times and take 3. Really. I have no idea why I'm trying to pass. Like, what am I doing trying to pass right now? So that should have probably been a pick 6, but we got lucky. And then karma strikes. And I try to throw that route, which got open the first drive of the game. It did get open again, but he remembered it. And he knew that he wasn't prepared to stop it, so he used it. And just like that, 2:24, 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. He's only down by 11. I just gave this guy life. I could have went up 14, taken it to the 2-minute warning, or at least made him use his timeout. So, just dumb. Just dumb. Don't be like me. Be better than me. But I'll say this, at the very least, we're still up by 11. So, we're coming back to a standard match coverage here. I've been mixing it up so much that I didn't think he'd be ready for the match cover 6, and he was not. So let's see if I go back to that again. Let's see what I do here. Okay, so it looks like I go back to that cover 3 look. The inverted, or not the inverted, but the cover 3 seam. Now, I need to use her that, honestly. I need to use her that. Now, that's what I did on that 4th down stop, and I made the same mistake now. I didn't mean to put him in that's free safety and an outside third. I meant to put him in a deep half, but I put him in a deep third, and that's why that streak was able to get open. If I put him in a deep half, that's probably bagged. But, you know, mental mistake, just me being sloppy with my adjustments, making the wrong adjustment, and, you know, is what it is. What can you do? Move on to the next play. At least we're still up 3, but he does have 3 timeouts. So, you know, I don't feel great right now. I'm a little bit nervous. Definitely more nervous than I was when I was up 11 in field goal range, right? But we're going to get back out there, and, you know, we're going to try to close this one out. So, against a decent opponent. He's definitely a decent opponent. I'm going for a bomb here. What am I doing? Like, this is why I like watching these back and doing some of these commentary videos with you guys, because I get to see, what am I doing? Like, I made a decent read there, but why am I trying to bomb him? Like, maybe I'm just trying to catch him off guard. Like, make him think that I want to play my West Coast style, check everything down, and just do the clock. But, you know, I risk taking a sack there and then, you know, letting them call timeout and have me a second and long. It's just not a smart call. High ball there. That could have easily been picked. Definitely could have been picked. I probably should have waited on that. He did have a couple steps. I probably should have let him get a little deeper before I tried to throw that, but, you know, afraid of the pressure coming in, so screw it. Motion the tight end over. I have him on a slant a lot. I put my tight end on a slant a lot. I see the running back open. That was a great read. He had 0-yard flats. Didn't have anybody manned up on the running back, and you know, we were able to get that. So, if you guys ever play me, I probably shouldn't say this, but if you ever play me, man up the running back and expect the tight end to probably be on a slant route. You know, I put the running back out on a lot of wheel routes, a lot of Texas routes. Right here, lucky click on. Okay, that wasn't really open. Okay, what I should have done here is thrown to B, and either possession caught it down at like the 5-yard line or scored a touchdown. If you guys watch, B gets wide open. Like, look at B right there on your top right. I mean, nobody is there. They're matching my guy on the left side of the screen. All I have to do is pass lead inside, and that's a bomb to my slot guy. But, you know, I decide to throw it to Calvin. I see, like, oh shit, that's into triple coverage. I click on, hold Y, and pray. Luckily, it was a good click on, and I was able to come back to the ball. Looks like none of his guys lit up, so he must not have deep out zone over there. But, you know, we're able to catch it, and, you know, that's ball game. So, he could have, I don't know, he must have just rage quit. I mean, he had 3 timeouts. He could have stopped me, forced me to kick a field goal, and still had 25 seconds to score a touchdown and win the game. Yeah, that's a rage quit, so it is what it is. We got the win. But, yeah, that's it, boys. A little competitive game against the Mexico Madden Challenge Madden 22 champion, for what it's worth. And, you know, that's it. That's kind of inside my mind a little bit, what I'm seeing in a game, how I'm adjusting, and what I do against you know, the more competitive players in the Madden community. So, hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please sub to the channel, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.